Alright, so I got the cover and page 1 done, sort of. I gotta put the buttons on. I'm gonna use these little flowers on top of the buttons for closure. There's a pocket back here, okay, thanks to our little kitty cat paper. And this will be page 2, 3-ish, okay. I'm gonna actually put a pocket in on here. I'm gonna keep the flap. At least that's the plan. Not sure what's gonna be going on over here yet. Again, and you'll flip the page, you'll have a blank, and then 2 more flaps. And this, if set up like this, it's actually a type of never-ending card. And it'll probably give you trouble until you get everything in place, glued down, like mine is. Because after you get there, you're back to the front, and then it just keeps going and going. And I also said that this setup, with the way these are cut, you know the little villages, the Christmas time villages? Okay, this cut here, with these being the rooftops, and the fronts of the shops or buildings, or whatever you have, and then your sidewalks be perfect for a little display like that. And I can see this actual fold coming in quite handy in a lot of things. Now, it's giving me trouble because nothing is glued down or in place. I do recommend using some sort of clips while you're working on this, just to keep things neat and tidy until you get everything where it needs to go. And, you know, things will get much easier for you. Let me go ahead and put in my pocket notch right here. Voila. Okay. I'm saving these because I do use them to make tuck spots and everything else. And we also have a flap. Now, you'll see where this comes down and then my knot shows out. I can simply glue this to the bottom of that, and that's going to cover that hole that I just cut. Okay. That's something we've not seen too much of around here too. You can glue it on the back, the front, but I suggest doing that before you cut out your decorative paper that you're going to put on top, so you can cut it out and make it all one decorative piece, including this to come down. Okay. Just an idea, right? Yeah, this in here is going to be a pocket. Yeah, if you need to take extra time to trim these edges out so they're not hitting and banging, do it, because it'll make life easier for you in the long run. I am going to do, I think I'm going to do that. I might very well do some rounded corners on this guy here. I'm going to go ahead and glue this in place now. Get my corners rounded. Get that down. Get my glue kind of going right here. Okay, and that way when it goes, it's going to automatically cover. Voila. Alright, and now all I have to do is cut out the decorative papers, put them on. Then I'll glue my pocket, put the decorative papers on the front of it, and then fill this out however. That one there. And then you'll notice too that you put your paper in the center, okay? First thing, you're going to have to trim these down to fit your file folder, okay? I'm taking 1/8 off of each end just to keep the picture centered. Okay, once that's done, I'm bringing this in, putting it face down, marking where the bottom goes, then marking where the top is, and you'll know that the top goes further down than, you know, they overlap. And what I'm doing is, when I've marked the top and the bottom, I'll come in, find the center, and that's how I end up getting that even, you know, to where you can evenly put the same, you know, the one picture. And I only have one shot at this. This is the bad thing about getting single prints that's there. If you mess up, you don't have, if I can find my pencil. Alright, so there's our bottom. And there's our top. Okay. Now, what I'll do is, the bottom, which is at top now, okay, I'm going to want that the picture itself to be a little bit smaller, and then same thing with here at that top. So I'm lining one up on one of these full marks. Okay, I can see it's on the 5. If I go over 1/8 of an inch from there, it's not quite center. A 1/4 of an inch would be here, right here, here. That's better. All right, so now the next thing is just going to be through here. Trying to get my compass, line it up. All right, and then I'm going to cut where I just made those fresh marks. All right, bring this back in. And then we should have a top with a little bit of room in the bottom. A little bit of, you know, where we can see the file folder behind it, like that. Alright, I'm glad that worked out. Around these corners here to match the other one. And I'm going to leave the bottom square. Now, for inside, I don't have a clue what I'm going to be putting in there yet. This worked on, figure out what we're going to do as far as, I need to trim off from the top and bottom. I think I'm going to trim more off of the top. That way that moon is up higher. And that should put that moon up a little bit higher. There we go. All right. And then we have and I'm just following the groove around. Okay, and I'm going to trim that out. I'm going to say that's close enough. And we got the inside to do, but yeah, I like the way that it comes out. My pictures match up pretty well. It kind of flows. It's got a nice, you know, little thing about it there with that one. This one. Work on the inside. Get something up here, down here. I'm going to do it the same way.